days, and here we are, this week's Extreme Business Set Mind series with the amazing Lee Tannyware. Myself, Paul Rees, hovering in the background, trying to keep control of things, keeping it all on schedule, because trust me, when this man deep dives, we lose all concept of time. But years, and my YouTube business manager said, Paul, these are outstanding videos, but we need to get a little bit of control. We need to tighten it up. I said, well, what do we need to do? She says, let's see if we can condense it down to 30 minutes. So I'm putting it out there. We have to do this, But here's the thing. It's hard sometimes, viewers, for me to stop because Lee's on such a roll. I'm thinking, oh, no, I want to leave that in, but I'm going to give the 25-minute kind of countdown. And then we know we got 5 minutes and Lee has got to say, okay, that's where we are. We're going to finish it for this week. But here's this week's subject. And, I have thought about this loads after the weekend. So for you viewers to know, I went on a weekend where Lee Tannyware was bringing all his call to arms network to arms, and trust me, this man blew it out of the water. It was amazing. And watch this space, because we are looking at some of the most powerful set mind events coming your way. This is going to happen. I've just gently nudged it out there for you guys. All the strategies have got to go in to make that happen, but it's time Lee Tannyware and his crew hit the road. It's time this happened, because I'm telling you, there are concepts there that are way over and above how we think today, ready for tomorrow. That's where Lee Tannyware and his true net worth people are, and that's what we're going to bring out there for you guys. Just keep an eye in the space. So this week's subject, my son, we are 2 minutes and 2 seconds in already. It is the vision the same as the mission in business? Are they twins, or are they individually? Is the vision the same as the mission in business?
Very good question.
It's a technical one. It is.
It is, because you have to unweave the two, and a lot of people can't, in a sense, in their own life, because yeah, right. So
I find
we put a framework on it. We put a framework on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So there's 5 modalities, and this is. Just let's call it Lee Tannyware's BS. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But to me, it's absolutely real. It took me a lifetime. I mean, literally a lifetime. I'm learning every day to unweave what people are saying. And why is this relevant? The 5 modalities I'll give you in a moment to unweave or unpick a fabric. With consciousness, you can do it in real time. So when you are speaking to a human, or a human is speaking to you, what part of them are you speaking to, and what part of them is speaking to you?
Yeah.
So vision, yeah, because you asked vision and mission. Vision comes from right brain, I would say. Now, they're labels. They're just a form of proportioning data.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is not absolutely fact, but it's probably, I would say, dare to say, it's probably as clean as you're going to get it. It's as clean as I got it in a lifetime, there enough. So anything imagined is in right brain, right? As in you can see it, yeah. But vision, there's another aspect that goes on vision. It's not just imagined, it's imagined future. That's what vision is. So it's not like you're imagining a kite flying in the sky with a little kitten swinging off of it, throwing little love hearts down at you. You can imagine that in your mind, a bit like a cartoon.
Yeah.
But you can make it look real, a bit like a Pixar cartoon. But vision is imagination that is outcome-based, and that now there's 2 levels to it. It's outcome-based for you alone.
Yeah.
So the selfish vision. And then there's the selfless vision. Now, to give you an example of a selfless vision, Martin Luther King. yeah, I have a dream, was a visionary speaking to the future, giving people hope, inspiration, and where they could see it. Obviously, he was entwined in it because he was speaking to a specific group of people that were suffering a specific negative.
Yeah.
So he was involved in it. So there's the self and the selfless all rolled into one. But when it's just about YOU, that the selfish bit, that's when we get into competition. Yeah. So let's, before we go into the deep dive of what it means, but a mission could fall in because you've got the missionaries. Like mission is more like it's a mission, it's an army word, or it's a missionary as in a church word. Yeah, because where do these words come from? And if they mean nothing, then why do we use them?
Mm-hmm.
So mission normally has a strategy and a plan, which is left brain.
Oh, wow.
Right. So it's something we can plan and structure and think through. So left brain is analytical data. So mission, yeah, belongs in there. So anything to do with thoughts, systems, process belongs in there. Now, some would say communication belongs in there, but I wouldn't. Music could come into, some would say, the right brain category. I would say, in general brain analysis, yes. However, in everyday usage, no. Music comes from biology.
Oh, wow.
So there's left brain, right brain, yeah. Heart, which we would saw emotion, biology, and spirit. So just to run through left brain, right brain, heart. So if you're going left brain, right brain, heart, gut, biology. Yeah, gut is biology.
Yeah.
And spirit is sort of down in your lower groin. How is it relevant? Well, pride and passion and purpose comes from the lower groin.
Oh, wow.
Action and do comes from gut, biology. Emotion, as in not love, joy, yeah, happiness, yeah, comes from emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, understanding comes from left brain, logic. Being able to see a perspective or vision or clarity comes from right brain. So when we're unweaving mission and vision, you can have conflicting vision. You can have a vision that you want to, as in you can see it, and then you've got to transcribe that vision. It depends where your default one is. So it's a bit like art, canvas. Yeah, you're looking at a canvas and you're interpreting the canvas. So let's say the canvas, yeah, I don't know, let's utilize the Mona Lisa because most people would know it. So no point in talking about things people don't know, but let's assume that everybody at some point seen the Mona Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
What they've seen may have been a picture of somebody and they don't know what it's all about. Others see so much more depth to it. The brushstrokes, the colours, they have an awareness of how hard at those times.
Is that vision then?
Well, awareness is like an empathetic connection to the canvas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an understanding, it's an empathy, especially if you're an artist, you would imagine, I'm not an artist, so I have to imagine. So for example, if you say something to me, if my language is good and my awareness is good, I can say, well, I don't know what you're saying, Paul, I can only imagine. That means I understand what you're saying, but I do not have the technical data to know what you're saying, but I can only imagine what you're saying. So I'm sure you've stubbed your toe at some point, so you don't need to imagine what feeling stubbing your toe feels like.
Could you say then, Lee, that our vision sits in our imagination and then the mission is the doing of it?
And yes, it's the technical data, like the engineering part of it, the communication part of it. But to me, I would say communication comes from biology, not psychology. So, and this is where I think, Yeah, I think left brain. And it's more a knowing to me. I've been in this space a lot of years, and my passion and my purpose has always been to get people out of their own BS belief systems quickly. But their perspective and the way see vision, the other part is, can you see something and not feel nothing? Wow. Can you think something and not feel nothing? And most people, as soon as they see it, they're either into one of three feelings: heart, gut, or spirit, as in lower regions. So people would, and they tell you it's so transparent. And I mean, and I've sort of said bits of this before, but if you've got a vision, it's future based. But this is where it all gets a little bit, some might say, complicated. I don't think it's complicated. I used to think it was extremely complicated, because we have to take the element of time. So if I'm looking at my vision, let's say my vision's 3 or 4 or 5 years out, and it's for a Pacific community or it's for my company.
Yeah.
I'm in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm communicating in present time. Now, if I don't allow the time, if I don't break down the time modules to know where I need to communicate certain parts, because a lot of people can't put the big, and hear the language, the big picture together, because it's your big picture. Okay. And you're not saying, there it is, can you see it? And even if they could see it, like the Mona Lisa, they still can't interpret it, because it means nothing to them.
Wow.
When you say it means nothing to them, there is no emotional or biological or spirit passion connection. They might have one, I can feel the joy from it, what you're saying. Yeah, but some will say, when you're trying to explain the vision, I do not understand.
Is the vision the end product that's a mix of your spirit, emotional, biological, mental, let's say? So the vision encompasses it all, and that's my vision.
Right.
That's what I look like. Then I break that down and I create the mission for that vision
in a roundabout way, because if you looked at it like this, there's a fire. Yeah. There's a fire on its own. It's not anywhere near a volcano or lightning strike or anything like that, but there's a fire. Now, there's a fire like a bushfire, just burning, So then you assume, and it's normal temperature. We're not having a heat wave. So there's no logical reason why this fire's lit. Mm-hmm. There's been no lightning strikes. There's no lava or anything that would throw a spark to it. So then we have to go, well, it's burning, something lit it, or someone lit it, Mm-hmm. Now, when we get a different type of fire, like a campfire, a few rocks around it, some logs, some sticks stacked at the side, that's a fire with design. We don't go, did lightning light it? Did a volcano start it? Was there something in the air tonight that started it? No, we already know a human done it.
Right.
Now, the reason I'm saying that is some people's visions are a bit like that bushfire. They've got the passion, they've got all the feelings, but they haven't got the linear way of it all, or they cannot see it clearly because it's not a vision. It feels like a vision.
Wow. Oh, my God.
And it's not a mission, because it's sat in feelings, and there's no stones around the fire, but there's the flame.
Yeah.
And it's very frustrating to be in that place. It's even more frustrating because this is where I think probably 80% of people stay. They're in the organic fire. It's something in their past, something in life has lit this fire in their belly or in their heart or in their spirit. And they're trying to decode it. And they don't know why they're here, what their passion or purpose is. And they're trying to make sense of it in the mission category, think it through, plan it through, or they're trying to paint the canvas to explain his left brain, to explain their vision.
And that can be, also we're going to say driven by, I'm going to say, your drama, driven by your life.
Yeah, driven by pain normally.
Yeah. So effectively, we can see there's this big fire going on. They know that, it's a kind of pieced together, very fragmented vision, but that's been driven by the drama of their life.
Mm. Well, in the drama, then yes, because it could sound that we're diminishing it, and we're not. It's actually, we're respecting it to a higher standard, but sometimes language can get lost in translation, even though it's language. You think it would be able to express its translation. But we use all these words, but it's quite weird to realise that other people have different meanings for the words. Yeah. They don't have the Oxford or the Cambridge dictionary meaning. They have their meaning. So then you go X. Well, no, that isn't what I meant at all. Yeah, but you said X. Yeah, I know I said that, but that isn't what I meant. What did you mean? Never mind, don't bother. Because when we try to ask them so we understand, or when we try to ask them to explain it so we can see it, they get frustrated, and it's their vision. And when they get the frustration, the sad bit is they put the blame on us. When we're looking to see it or seeking to understand, but they hear it as attack.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so, a very easy question. You can test it today. What are your goals for the next 12 months? Not your New Year's resolution when we get around to January, because most people can do that. I'm going to do X, right? What are your goals? What are you committed to over the next 12 months? Well, let me think. Because if somebody's got the goals, they'll tell you. Over the next 12 months, I'm going to do X.
Yeah.
And who are you going to do it with? I'm going to do it with Paul. I'm going to do it with John. I'm going to do it with Mary. I'm going to do it with Cecilia. Brilliant. And why those people? Because, Paul's going to do this part. Cecilia's going to do that part, X, Y, Z. That means there's actually a plan, and it's delegated expertise that can make that plan.
Yeah.
Like the ingredients of the plan are the sub modalities of the vision.
Wow,
so
that's
Paul,
technical.
yeah.
That's technical.
So we get the vision. So, for example, if you look at your vision like a canvas, like the Mona Lisa,
yeah.
Paul, you're brilliant at painting noses. You're painting a nose. Cecilia, the way you paint eyes is absolutely brilliant.
Okay.
We're going to use these colours. Yeah. This is the canvas we're going to use. These are the brushes. We're all going to use the same brush. But Paul, there's nobody in the world that can paint a nose better than Paul.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody in the world that can paint eyes better than you. So you're going to do the eyes and Paul's going to do the nose. So it's like a collaborative artistry.
Yeah.
But you can't collaborate until you know how to decipher the drama, get it past your armor, because it's your armor that's stopping you from communicating, because you're expressing it, they ask, and then you go on defense. Yeah, and it's like you're having these conversations from empathetic, sympathetic, caring humans that actually are asking you. They're taking your mission, your outcome so seriously.
Yeah.
And I know, because I do it all the time. I ask people with such precision the right questions, and if they're ready, they can answer them. If they're not, it's like you're like doing karate. It's like it's wax on, wax off, but they're beating the absolute living daylights out of you because you've asked a question about their mission.
Does the vision come before the mission?
And that's I don't know is the answer. And the reason I say that, because I think this, which means I don't know it, but from my own life, neither one comes first.
Wow. Why is there no order?
Because there's no life behind it. If there's no biology or no emotion or no spirit behind it, then it has no life force. It's just data, it's numbers.
So I could say my mission is to improve the to improve the quality thinking of every business person in the world.
Brilliant.
That's my vision.
That's your vision.
That's my mission.
That's your mission. That's the tapestry of your life put into like an outcome. But now if I ask you, why is that important to you?
My vision then is the reason, and I'm just
yeah, bear in mind when we go from vision, you're going to reason, which means it's left brain. So go on.
Okay, so my vision is that I wish to improve the emotional economy of every human being's life.
Why?
To create a better human being life over a human doing life.
I get that. That makes perfect sense, which means I understand. But why?
Now, I would answer this. I can answer this in two ways. One, because there are gaps in my life, or have been in my life, that I'm trying to fill. That's the drama.
From whom?
From, without deep diving into my life, from portions of my life that I felt were missing.
So is there a pain there with that?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So is that pain emotional, physical, or a spirit pain, as in your pride was affected? That's what I mean by spirit.
Emotional.
Emotional. So now the emotional feeling, where it started for the vision, is in emotion.
Okay. And is that wrong?
No, because there's only three types of feelings. See, you can't feel a thought. You can't feel an image. You can feel this type of image, but we're not on about outside. We're on about inside. And the challenge is if we don't get clear being a visual word, and we don't plan being the left brain, as in put it together, we can't communicate our passion, our purpose. We can persuade, but persuasion comes from left brain. Persuasion's from manipulation. A lot of people want to persuade through motivation and inspiration. Mm-hmm. But when they persuade with motivation and inspiration, they're actually being very toxic.
It is.
Oh, it's very, very toxic.
Can't a vision come from inspiration?
Yeah, but your vision is your vision. Now, when we bring a team on board, if that team are not aligned and we haven't got any emotional depth or pride and passion in that vision, as in purpose, then we have to have a reason. Well, the reason is because we're going to make profits. And then it's just about money. It's just about numbers, which means about data. Yeah. If it's about impact, if it's about transformation, if it's about elevation of people that are on the emotional economy, they're in debt emotionally.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. If they're in emotional debt and we're serving, but at the same time for us to serve, and so, for example, if I take it another one, if we're in a charity, any charity that exists only exists because of a fall short in government.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't matter whether it's the dogs or whether it's to do with homeless. It's because of a policy and procedure that is not been everything hasn't fitted. Do you get a suit of cards and you've got all the hearts and I say put them in order, you'll know to put them through 1 through to king or 2 through to ace.
Yeah.
And if I could give you any suit of cards, as long as I give you the right suit, but what's happening sometimes because of mixed visions and policies, when I'm taking it there so you don't hear it personally, is too many people want too many things. And that's where it's like the hearts are mixed up with the diamonds and the clubs and the spades, and you're trying to make a suit.
Does this become like a melting pot then, Lee, of basically
a good question.
Melting pot of vision or a melting pot of mission, and effectively it becomes a nothing. It becomes just an ego pot of mission and vision.
Well, in some ways, and there's different levels to it. So ego is left brain.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're pushing an agenda for a specific agenda, but it's left brain as in it would appear on the outside when people express it's from left brain. But it's normally from the drama, like you said. that people are compensating from an emotion with intellect, or they're compensating from an emotion when people are meticulous. Yeah.
A vision, Lee, and a mission could actually just be a camouflage of disappointment.
No, it can
and people
be.
have created a mission and a vision in order to try and pull themselves out of what is basically their life drama.
I agree.
It's not a vision and a mission. It's
even worse than that.
It's a hope. Yeah. It becomes a hope, and we know hope is poor edge.
Yeah, well, hope is a hope is a hoax.
I love that. Hope is a hoax. Oh my God.
Because hope only exists. Now, bear in mind, when you put it into the religious category, that's where hope comes from. Faith comes from. Okay. It belongs to its deity language. It's deity. It's something bigger, greater, wiser than us. Yeah. So when we go into hope, it means that reality is knocking at the door, that X is going to happen, but I hope it won't, which means the overall concept, the overall vision, because vision is future-based, it's something we don't want.
Wow. Listen,
so we're
coming down to about our last 4 minutes.
That's right.
And use what I'm seeing. And now we brought the word hope in, which is a very powerful negative word at the same time. And what I'm seeing the shape here is, Lee, is that, you know, if we just simplify this, so many people build a vision and a mission just from hope, not from authenticity.
I agree. But hope is the feeling that supports the doubt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hope and supports doubt.
Doubt is left brain, see? So when you doubt, well, I've got to think about that for me. I doubt very much we can do that. That means you're in systems and process thinking. Or, yeah, I can't see that. Yeah, I can't. That's not clear at all. You're in right brain thinking. You've got to realise back to what part of them speaking, what are they expressing? Because we're listening to the words when we should be listening to what the words are expressing. The Cambridge or the Oxford or whatever dictionary does not explain the emotion. So the dictionaries aren't there for us to express ourselves. The dictionaries are there, so writings, like as in school projects, reports. So there is a system to the language.
Yeah.
In an articulated world, in an analytical world, scholars' world, they have now a good poet or a good writer like Shakespeare can take language. I mean, they reckon a high percentage of the language today came from Shakespeare.
Wow.
There's a lot of the words he supposedly invented because the words weren't there. But a good poet or a good musician or a good songwriter puts a combination of words together to pull at the heartstrings or to pull at the passion to inspire or motivate. But they're not doing that with manipulation. They're doing that to give you a feeling. They're doing it to give you a feeling. So they've encapsulated their music, their energy in a song, and they give it to you. Yeah, through music. And most of the people that are idols to people today, very few have ever met. And it's only because it's been put on the record, whether it's the written record like a poet, the canvas like an artist, or the record like a musician.
Can I jump in here, you know? Because what we are seeing here is that, you know, you are your vocabulary. So the way what you speak is truly what you emotionally feel about yourself, drama or positive.
Or back to camouflage is what you speak could be truly what's hiding.
Yes, absolutely. You know, we have, let's say, you spoke about the dictionaries, but there's also an urban dictionary. And that urban dictionary effectively is made up words joined together to actually create another language, which we could say maybe doesn't get heard by the universe. Let's put it that way. The universe has been trained to modern, precise thinking like yourself, which says, Amber, you've said that. This is what that means, and this is how the universe
but I think the universe is, and back to a presentation I've done the other day. That little dot in the middle of the O of YOU, that little dot is, let's call it your YOUR God particle. your universal particle, whatever you want to call it. But it's the highest version of you, the purest version of you, without any drama, without any armor. It's the most authentic. It's the most clean, pure. Yeah, anybody, if you could get it out, excuse me, would be so proud of it. Because anyone that shows a little glim of it,
yeah,
people automatically cry, their heart goes in their mouth. When we take that little piece and we put it out of us, and now we can give them our story. If it's done authentically, brilliant. But what a lot of people are doing nowadays, they're taking that little piece and they're putting strategy on it. And now it's becoming quite dirty.
okay, wow,
Yeah, oh, yeah. But and so well, you've got to do this to get profits. No, you haven't got to do that. Martin Luther King didn't do that. People like him and Gandhi and I suppose it's a bit like stand up and speak for yourself.
yeah,
A bit like Rosa Parks did. It's when are you going to stand up through the armor and the drama, not in defense or attack, which is how most people do it, that you stand up in your authentic self and you say, this is my vision. And the reason this is my vision, because this is my mission.
Yeah.
And the reason this is my mission, and we go down through, you can go either way. This is my mission, and this is the future, because future is vision. This is my mission to create this future. Yeah,
There
and now, but then I have to put the other three to it. I have to put the heart to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to put the emotion behind it. I have to put the biology. Biology is action and do. Nothing will happen or be spoken without the biology. So we have to go either mission, vision, whichever way round. You can show it to them first, then explain it to them second. But in the explanation, there should be heart.
Mm-hmm.
There should be biology, as in motor, drive.
Yeah.
And there should be passion and purpose.
Yeah.
Now, the right way to do it, I would say, is you come from passion to vision, to emotion, to action, to plan.
Wow.
Because once you explain the passion, you explain the vision, and you're into emotion, people can feel it from the passion, they can feel it from the passion and the emotion, they can see it. And now you need to go into the biology and put a call to action to the biology. Then you explain through psychology.
Wow.
Because they're going to ask, once they see it, they're going to ask the magic question, how? How are we going to do this? And that's when you go to left brain and you give a mission. We give you the plan. We give you the mission. We give your Pacific piece, Paul, your paint in the nose.
Lee, this is like a 2-day seminar. Vision and Mission is a 2-day seminar. It's fantastic. And here's the thing. I have to jump in because we are 33 minutes in and I'm going to get a row with my YouTube manager.
Well, that suits me. I've got a meeting in 6.
Absolutely. Listen, this has been absolutely beautiful. And, your vision, your mission is so, it is such a intricate part of how you think and how you be in life.
I'll give you an exercise for today, whoever listens to it. How real can you be? How honest, sincere, and true can you be? And not with strangers or people. How real are you with the person you love, or with somebody you've got a human connection with? And I don't mean some people perceive honesty or truth as in, I'm going to tell Paul I don't like his glasses. No, that's judgment. That's attack.
Yeah.
Can you see something? Can you look in the middle of like a Y-O-U, right in the middle of the O, that little dot? Can you look at a human today and find that piece that is them? And honestly and truthfully say, with no intention on their future or their biology to get something from them. Mm-hmm. You're not looking for a good Christmas present. You're not looking to borrow 1,000 quid. You're not looking for anything from them. You're looking to give something to them at the deepest level.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I love you, Paul, is because of your passion for serving others to the highest standard. And I'm in awe of how much you serve.
Bless you. Thank you so much for that
But it's true.
recognition.
Yeah, and that's the point. Recognition is to recognize that dot in someone else. And if we don't recognize it, is it that they're camouflaged or behind their armor, or is it that we're wearing dirty specs?
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And we're going to call it there. Lee Tannyware, thank you again for another Extreme Business Set Mind. Amazing deep dive. And viewers, of course, we will catch you this time next week. Do please like, comment, subscribe. Lee is all over LinkedIn. You just cannot miss him. And also, we always do get back to you via any of your comments on you. You've been absolutely amazing. We love all the people that follow, all the people that comment. And of course, we're in your hearts every day. So there you have it. Until this time next week, bye for now.